Surya, I think very good question because I don't think there is any difference in the way different geographies react to this issue. Uh, According to me, governance as part of ESG has become very, very important. Um, I heard Jayant use a phrase which I've used a lot of time in the past when we says that we need the license to operate, and the license to operate is not the industrial license issued by the Factories Act, but the license issued by the society to operate in a particular environment. So, what we did as a part of this whole Apex committee, which we had meetings every quarter, we used to review every aspect of governance and the social element as importantly as we would do with respect to what have we done with respect to safety, what have we done with respect to energy, water, waste, etc. So there was a huge amount of focus to enforcing in the minds of our people that the social license to operate was equally, if not more important, than even what we were achieving by way of technological interventions. In fact, we have been continuously looking at not just you know the KPIs with respect to energy, water, and waste, but we've realized that one of the most important things which will become crucial in the years to come is traceability of products for ensuring that you have the green certificate, much like what Vishak said about what they want to do with the green crest. But if you look at EU policy, which has been put in place a few months ago, they are coming out with a digital passport, product passport. And this is going to make it mandatory for information requirement on circularity and other key environmental aspects, and which may have to be introduced digitally. Therefore, what we anticipate in coming future is traceability, and LCA will be great enablers to product information. And we are also assessing risk in all our units, including ESG related risk, and have tried to start doing future proofing of our businesses. This is something we started about 5-6 years ago. There was a little bit of a halt to this, but we restarted it. I think, I believe that in large companies like ours, there has to be a greater emphasis on governance. Uh, in fact, when we talk about the E factor, which is environment, can we implement any project without project evaluation, project monitoring, without considering the impact it has on the environment? The answer is simply no. In fact, we've tried to ensure that no capex is now sanctioned without following the laid down procedure of actually passing the environmental test. Uh, on the social front, we've tried to ensure, and as you know, it's not just the activists. You must understand that environmental sustainability, ESG, has now become mandatory when you look at financial institutions. You look at any financial institutions of any repute globally, they are now looking at your environmental footprint. They are looking at what you are doing even before they even think of considering giving you any loans. This has become absolutely crucial in the days to come. So, therefore, to ensure that we have policies for equal pay, diversity, focus on CSR activities, and we are very happy that in very small measure, many of our units are actually making some degree of change in the lives of communities around them. Again, I come back to saying that if you don't do that, there is going to be no license to operate for us. And again, I'm talking about society's license to operate is absolutely critical on governance, not for the sake of governance to compliance, but governance from the point of view of worrying about the people in your community and society, worrying about your own employees' safety, because no project which involves safety of employees is even stopped for a minute, even if it doesn't have returns, because it means you care about your people. And unless you demonstrate that, you're never going to have commitment, not just within your people, but also from the external stakeholders. So I think this is really what we've tried to do in the textile business, and I hope we've begun to make some difference.
That's very, very good. Actually, I see a lot of those activism on the social. I come back to Jan Godlegi. This, you mentioned that we do produce some chemicals and some of them are very dangerous chemicals as well. So I want you to link the